Why is it always so hot all the time? Like every single day it's freaking hot whenever I want to film. Can't wear my hair down for shit. Leave, please. My hair is so hot all the time. I'm not even kidding about it. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So, do you guys notice anything different about my videos? If you don't, I'm going to be really sad, and so is my bank account. I have a new camera. It is the Canon 70D, and I do apologise if we're all up in my grill today because I really wanted to film kind of close to the camera so that I could have that like little blurred out background. Let me just tell you, I feel like I have 1 million subscribers right now. I feel like a full-blown YouTuber with this blurred out background. It's great. I really like this camera. I'm still getting the hang of it, so please be very patient with me. I've never had a DSLR camera before, let me just tell you, and this is a lot different. I couldn't even fit this camera on my tripod because my tripod's too small and it was literally falling over. That's why I'm so close to the camera, and it's basically only my head because I couldn't actually sit my camera up any higher because it's sitting on like printer boxes and whatever. Anyways, let's move on. So, today I thought it'd be funny to film a video on all of the celebrities that I've crushed on over the past because I'm desperate and sad. I think that there are a lot of people out there these days that are just really obsessed with certain celebs, and they go kind of crazy and they form these fandoms and they write fan fictions. And you know what? I was one of those girls. In fact, I still am kind of one of those girls, which is really sad. And I've had celebrity crushes from like the age of 8 to 21, and I don't think I'm going to get over it until I actually meet someone in the real life, so probably not anytime soon. But I thought it'd be fun to share with you guys all of my celebrity crushes that I've had in my life, and maybe you shared some of these celebrities as well with me. Shared as in like I had them. I don't even know who I am. The first person that I can remember having a huge celebrity crush on was, and when I say celebrity crush, I don't just mean like I found them attractive, I mean like I would die for them. Hashtag living. So the first celebrity crush that I had was Gerard Way from My Chemical Romance. I was completely and 100% obsessed with Gerard Way. I don't even know why now that I look back on it, because he was kind of gothic and kind of emo, and I'm not really into that anymore, no offense, but that's what he was. But I was obsessed with him. I remember seeing this interview where he did a like tour of his tour bus, and he was putting makeup on some interviewer, and he had black hair and pale skin, and I was just like, hashtag perfection right there. I don't know why I liked him, I just really did. Ever since I saw that interview, I was like, you are the most amazing thing ever. And I used to also really like his brother Mickey, and also the guitarist or the bass player from My Chemical Romance, Frank. But Gerard was definitely up the top, and I remember sitting there. I must have gone through like this gothic emo phase in school, but I remember sitting there and I would listen to all of the My Chemical Romance songs, and I would just stare into nothing, basically. That was me in high school, in 7th or 8th grade, that was me. And I remember when I found out that Gerard Way had a wife, Lindsay from Mindless Self-Indulgence. Shit got real. Basically, that's all I can say. I remember sitting there and just listening to The Ghost of You and crying my eyes out because of the fact that my future husband already had a wife. And of course he would never have picked me because I had acne and braces and frizzy hair, and I was 12. But the next celebrity that I can remember crushing on was Bill Cowletts from... I wish that people would stop walking in and out of their apartments, like go to work, because that's where I should be right now. So Bill Cowletts from Tokyo Hotel, literal love of my life. I don't even know how I found out about Tokyo Hotel. I think I was just looking up things on YouTube back in the day, and I found him, and he was gorge. Again, one of those like more of the gothic punk rock kind of types. Must have been into that in high school, don't really know. But I loved Bill. I used to sit there listening to all of his German songs and singing along, and I also liked his brother Tom, but once again, Bill was taking over. He used to wear like a shit ton of makeup, and I'm not really into guys that wear makeup these days, you know, for probably good reason. At the time, I was like, oh my god, he just looks so great with all of his eyeliner. I must have been like, hashtag makeup goals maybe. Maybe that's why I liked him, but I don't really know. I remember one time I was reading online, because I just used to look at so many interviews of them. I remember sitting there and reading this thing about these girls, which I guess is kind of like similar to what happens today, but there was these girls talking about how there was like a group of girls that were trying to stalk Tokyo Hotel, and they would wear masks, and apparently they would like sleep out in their front yard, and they wanted to like kill them, and I remember being generally worried. The next celebrity crush that I can remember having is kind of the reason I wanted to make this video. It's a bit of a funny story because you guys like hearing me embarrass myself, and I kind of like doing it as well, so we're a good mix. I used to watch Australian Idol, which most of you guys probably know what that is. So anyways, I was watching Australian Idol, and years ago, I don't even remember what year, maybe 2009, there used to be Matt Corby on the show, and Matt Corby is like a famous singer now, I'm pretty sure. I remember Matt Corby, and back then, Matt Corby was like the Harry Styles of today, like the blue-green eyes, the really attractive voice, the long shaggy hair. He was hot, and I remember sitting there watching him on Australian Idol and just thinking like, oh my god, like you are my new bae now, like congratulations, you're welcome. Anyway, as most people and media talk about celebrities' partners and girlfriends and whatever, like as if we all care, there was this rumour going on that this girl that always used to come to the Australian Idol shows and watch Matt was his potential girlfriend. And I think he'd actually mentioned in an interview or something like that, they went to school together and they were doing their HSC, or like end of year school exams, and she didn't want a boyfriend because she was too busy studying, so once she finished studying they were going to get together. Her name was Elise, and she was blonde and she was pretty and she had really white teeth. So anyways, I went onto MySpace because I was like, who is this Matt Corby's girlfriend? Like, who is this bitch? Went onto MySpace because it was so easy to find everyone on MySpace back in these days. Like, try and stalk someone on Facebook these days. Like, I have not succeeded in it in the last couple of weeks. Went onto MySpace, found this girl called Elise, knew her last name because it was in the newspapers because they talked about her, and decided I'd write her a little message. Now, as I said, she was attractive. She was really pretty, and I couldn't have that because, as I said, I had acne, frizzy hair, no makeup, braces, and yeah, she was a threat to me, but I wasn't going to let that stand in my way of pursuing my future bae. So I wrote her a message. I can't even remember what I wrote, but I pretty much wrote her something along the lines of, hope that you know that your boyfriend, or Matt, or whatever I wrote, is probably gonna win. You should be so proud of him. We're all like voting for him where I live, and blah blah blah, like bunch of shit. I'd never voted in my entire life. And then she wrote back to me, and she didn't have to write back to me. She could have just ignored the message and thought, who's this bitch? But she wrote back to me like a nice person, and she was like, remember really what she said, but I know it was something along the lines of, thanks Jess, like, keep voting, we're all so proud of him here, like, as long as you keep voting, he has more of a chance to win. And I was like, this bitch is being sarcastic, like, she is sensing a little bit of threat from me, she's just gonna be jealous, she's trying to write back all nice. Oh, hell no. And of course she wasn't, she didn't give a rat's ass, but in my mind I was like, that's it. So I wrote her back a message and I was like, hi Elise, thanks for your lovely message. You do realise once Matt gets famous that he's probably going to dump you for someone else. Sorry, bye. Yeah. I was one of those girls that wrote that message to a celebrity's girlfriend out of hate. I really regret it. I mean, I think it's funny now. At the time I was probably a bit of a bitch, but I was just really jealous. I don't even think they're together now though, so what's that say? Probably felt a bit insecure, probably realised I was right and probably dumped him, so it's probably what happened. Another celebrity crush that I remember having, this was once again a really big one for me. Novak Djokovic and Rafael Nadal. They are tennis players, and I remember one time I was up in my room, I was living with my parents, I could hear the television, I couldn't sleep, I went downstairs, the Australian Open was on, I watched it with them, I watched Novak, I watched Rafael, and I was like, yep, this is my future goal, is to get with these boys. Once again, still that acne-ridden teenager, but in my mind it was like, nah. I remember even sitting there and literally being upset at the fact I wasn't from Serbia, like Novak, because I felt like if I lived in Serbia, I'd have more of a chance with him. Yeah, brain dysfunction right there. But anyways, I hope that you guys found this video funny and you found it entertaining. Let me know if you shared any of the same celebrity crushes that I did in the comments, and let me know if you had any celebrity crushes, because I think sometimes crushing on a celebrity is even better than having a boyfriend, because they don't talk to you, they're not going to hurt you, and you can just watch them from afar. Unless they get a girlfriend, and then you'll go through depression for about a month, and then you'll get over it and move on to someone else. So stay strong. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will talk to you all very soon. Bye.